Crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and welcome to Free Play Friday. So every Wednesday, let's back up a couple of days, we do a 1 in 10 by Jen, a card in just 10 minutes, and every Friday, we do a Free Play Friday where I share a technique or a fun card or something crafty with you. So I'd like to say hello to everybody in the live chat. We got Penny here today, and Sharon, Kathy Godwin, let's see, Pam is here. Who am I missing? I thought there was one more. And more people are going to be joining us as I chat away here. So we typically start at 5 minutes after the hour, in case you're wondering or you're new here. And if you are new, I'd like to send you over to Quality Crafts on Facebook so that you can join. Uh-oh, my real player has stopped. Is that going to be an issue? Hopefully not. Are we still good to go? All right, I'm going to keep going. Anyways, so there's all kinds of stuff going on there, and it is drama and commitment free. So I just want you to know that up front that we don't have or accept any drama. Hey, Tarita. Glenna, hello. Christy and Little Crafts Creations. So it's just a really fun place to hang out. You don't have to feel any stress because I'm not requiring you to do anything. However, if you like to do swaps, you can do those. If you want to do the sketch challenge or the freebie Friday challenge, and all that kind of stuff, you feel free to jump in wherever you feel comfortable. And then there's also the store, which is qualitycrafts.com. Upper right hand corner, just click on store, wait for it to populate. And if you don't find what you need in the store, you can always scroll down to the bottom of that same page and find any link to Amazon. As I'm an affiliate with Amazon, I get a little commission anytime you use those links to keep Quality's lights on so that I can keep going and coming here every 2 times a week, I should say. I would love to be here every day. That's kind of the goal. But twice a week as it is right now. I do work full-time, in case anyone has ever wondered. I was an interpreter for the deaf, but we ran out of kiddos because they either graduated or moved. And I am now an SEA full-time during the day at a local elementary school. So that's a little bit about me. Hey, Aya made it. Hello. Christy Essen. Did I miss you? I'm not sure. Yay! So we are going to make this darling little card today. And I've been a little bit lax in, my apologies, in the description box I typically put where I got my idea from. If I specifically got my inspiration from a video or a blog or something. So you'll find down below the video where I got this from. However, her instructions were in inches and centimeters, but they were completely different. I believe her card was a little bit smaller than mine. All I did was just change it by about 1/4 of an inch to make this super easy for everyone to be able to measure out. So there weren't any like 1/16ths or 1/8 of an inch. I don't think there are. This main base is a 12 inch. So you're going to want a 12 by 12 if you don't have one. Because the longest piece that we use is 12 inches. And then we're going to do a few score lines to make the U part. We're going to add in a little thing in here just to be a little bit of a resting point for this part to land. And hopefully my next card, as I make it with you guys, this will be a little bit tighter here so that this will stay down more appropriately. Right now mine kind of pops up a little bit, but you can choose a sentiment or you can cover this with something else. You can make little designs on the sides here. I chose to make this in kind of like a little dresser, which I believe is what she did. I think her name is Tammy in the video, if I'm not mistaken. And she did these little mirrors, which I thought were darling. So I got out my little oval die cuts here. We'll be kind of recreating this one, but you can make this into a dresser, a vanity, a desk, a card, a desk card, or like a workbench, or whatever else you guys can come up with in your imagination. So when we're done with this video today, as always, I will go over to Quality Crafts and I will set up an album so that you guys can share your makes and what you took away from this video that inspired you to create. So we hope to see different ones other than what I made, right? Excuse me. So we're going to get started with this in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to open up the floor and just see, does anyone have any questions right now off the bat about Quality Crafts or our community, or if you're confused about anything? I would love to just be able to answer any of those if you have them right now. Hi, Monica. De-animate it. Ellie Mae is here. Giovanna. Monica, Janet, Linda, Teresa. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Hey, we got a snow day finally. Whoop, whoop. My area is like always one of the last ones to close. We're diehards over here. There's always a little bit of a lag, so I'm going to give everybody just a little bit of time to ask any questions if you have any burning questions right now. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to go over a few things that I use to make this card in case you want to pull some of your tools out. So definitely these dies. If you don't have oval, you can use circles or squares. And if you don't have those, you can use punches, or you can just go ahead and cut it with a scissors. I also did use the foil tape that we used in a recent other video. So try to reuse the things that I've used in other videos when I can. And then, of course, you're going to need some paper. Now, if you have double-sided 12 by 12 paper, then your decoration would practically be already done. But I'm going to use white just so that I can show you some of the other pieces that I added on. And I grabbed just a couple of other paper pads that I thought were kind of cute that I might go with. I'm really kind of leaning towards this one. It's called Victoria Garden, so I think I might go with that one. Super, so some of you guys are really familiar with this project. You can help me along. That's awesome. All right, one more minute. I'm going to scoot this out of the way. I'm also going to be, to do these, of course, I'm going to be using my Cuttlebug. So if you've ever been interested in seeing how that works, that will be coming out today. And I'm doing Thinlit dies, so I'm going to go ahead and set this up for that. Oh, wow, 15 inches. We didn't get quite that much. We got maybe 5 or 6 in total. Cheers, guys. Give me some hearts or some smiley faces across the screen if you guys brought a friend today. Or if you invited somebody but they didn't make it. I'm going to show you a couple other little punches that I'm using today. You need to punch something like this if you want to make the leg part. And then I'm going to get started. This part right here, I didn't have the fancy punch she had, so I just grabbed that one. I thought it looked all right. And then I used this one for my sentiment on the top, as you can see right here. And of course we'll need a stamp, which I haven't pulled out, but you can do whatever sentiment stamps that you have. Where do I usually buy my paper pads? Tuesday morning. Otherwise, I usually buy them online from other crafters who are just tired of their stash and they're getting rid of stuff. It's the cheapest way to get them because I'm not real big on being on trend with all my paper pads. So if you are, I would check out like online stores like scrapbooking.com and possibly Amazon. Although I don't keep up with all that, so that's a good question. Thank you. All right, so we're starting off with a piece for the base that's 12 by 4 1/4. And all we're going to do is we're going to cut, oh man, can I get myself together? We're going to score it at 2 inches and 4 inches from either side. So that we end up with 2 inches here and 4 inches across the back. I'm going to double check my cheat sheet just to make sure that I'm not leading you guys wrong. All right. That's 4 and that's 4. So if we do it right, we'll have a score at 2, 4, 8, and 10. And if we fold each side in and then back out again, we should have really close to a gatefold card here. If it's not quite on, just give it a little bend so it goes that way and press down your crease marks. Okay, so it's going to end up sitting like the U. So that's where the U card comes from, I guess. All right, we've got one more piece that we have to make. So I'm going to take that piece of 12 by 12 that I originally cut. We need a piece that's 4 by 4. That's going to go for the bendy part right here. This piece right here. So when this stands up here, it's 4 by 4. You can tell that there's a little 1/4 of an inch there because it's 4 1/4 tall. So this one's 4 by 4, and hopefully that piece is going to fit a little bit more snug than it did in my last card. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that 4 by 4. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And I don't even have to do the scoring. You could, but you could just fold it in half. Hi, Edna. Welcome. And LMA. We are super glad you're here. So this is going to sit like right here. And then we need a strip for the front. I think I neglected to put that one in my cheat sheet. So we're going to need a strip that goes across the front here. This is 2 inches. And across here would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 8 by 2. We'll go ahead and cut that one as well. Almost forgot about that one. It's the measurements and everything are all really easy to do if we do it this way. So that'll go across the front. That's 2 by 8. And then we need one more, that little funny piece on the inside that was kind of giving us a little support structure, although every time I make mine they never quite fit right. I don't know, I have some kind of a problem when it comes to these kind of card things. I was end up with a little too much. In any case, that is supposed to be 6 inches, so 4 across and then an inch on either side so you can fold it in and glue it. So it's 6 inches by like what, an inch or so? Yeah, 1 inch. 6 by 1. As it is on the inside of the card, it doesn't really matter too much how much it is, but less bulk if you go smaller, I guess. So 6 by 1 we're going to do this one at. And mine is not quite 6. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. Make sure yours is 6 by 1, but I'm going to just fudge mine because I just need it to be 4 inches long. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I set it between here and do my 4 to 8 here, I'm going to get a little on each side. And it's okay with me if that's not exact. But the whole purpose is that you want the middle to be 4 to go across there and a little bit extra on the sides just to glue it down. That's it. So if you're just joining us, let's just back up one more time because then we'll know exactly what pieces we have. This one is 4 1/4 by 12, scored at 2, 4, 8, and 10. This piece is 2 inches by 8 inches. And that's going to go across the front. And this piece is going to be a little holding piece in the inside for us, like around here or so. We'll get to that. And this one is 6 inches by 1 inch. Folded up at an inch or so on either side. Just make sure you've got 4 inches across. And then the whole thing, we're just going to put the whole thing together and then we're going to decorate it. Now, if you haven't, if you have problems like putting things on, gluing things down, or you want to do some stamping on there wherever, I would recommend doing all that kind of stuff before you glue the whole thing together. I'm doing simple pieces like I've got on here where I've got just a couple of pieces that go on the front and in the background. This was relatively easy to put together and put all the pieces on after I had the card glued together. So that's the step that I'm going to use today. But if you need to just do kind of some decorating before you put it all together, that's totally fine too. You might be doing a completely different idea than what I did on mine. Hi, Maureen. Totally not complicated. Really isn't. So we're going to add a little bit of glue to either side of this strip, and it's just going to go right on the bottom of either side. So I'm just going to put this right in the corner and match it up. And I'm using wet adhesive in case I need to move it a little bit, which I did. Good question, Ellie Mae. This card actually ends up being 8 inches long. So you're definitely going to need a specialized envelope for this card if you're going to mail it. But it does flatten out. Okay, and this one is going to go on this side. So you're going to line it up with that corner. See how that's holding the card together like this? Okay, so it's coming together already. It's going to fold like this down together, which means it's going to be 8 inches. See the 8 inches long. But that's how it's going to fold. I mean, it can fold either way. And then, what did I do with my other piece? Here we go. This piece that we did that was 4 by 4 that we scored in half at 2, it's going to go right on the front. Here's where I was hoping this would be much tighter than my first one, because you want this, after it's connected, to actually stay down. And it is. It's much tighter than the other one was, so it's going to stay down. You see what I mean? Once it gets in there. So glue it down, and then it should touch some of the edges so that it stays in there. Yeah, that's going to work out much better. This is going underneath this so that it doesn't go all the way in like that. To see how it just kind of fell in. So this is going to go in here about even with this layer. And I just eyeball it. So you're going to put a little glue on the edge here. Your card would work without this. It's just kind of like a little, gives your card a little structure, holds it together. So we're just going to stick it inside here. I'm going to just kind of, let's see, if we go like, if we kind of half fold it, we can line these guys up. And then if we go back to the other side and fold it this way, we can line those guys up. Well, what do you know? Look at that. It actually stayed in there this time. I'm pretty impressed. So that's what you're going to want to do, though, is fold it either way to get that glue to stick down if you're using wet glue. And that way that it should all come together like that. Okay, so that's how it's going to fold flat for your envelope. All right, let's go ahead and stick this part down. And this is supposed to, I probably could have backed this up just a little bit, but that's going to technically hold it. See, now it can't go down any further because it's going to get stuck on there, right there. That's cool. All right, so let's glue this piece on. We're going to put some right here. That's a really good question, Stamp Girl. If you've got one of those, if you could measure it and let us know, I would be interested to know if it would fit in one of those too. The card ends up to be 8 inches by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to reach up underneath inside the card here and just push this together so I can get this wet glue to adhere to the front. Okay, and then hopefully that'll stay down. Nice! I think I probably could have went a little bit wider in my paper. There we go. Nice. That turned out really cool. Actually, it turned out a lot better than my first one. So when you shut the card, you have to lift this piece up and then fold it to the side. And then you can mail it. It'll be flat. So you want to keep that in mind when you're decorating now. You want all of your embellishments to essentially be flat. Cool. All right, we've got it put together. And even with me showing you how to do all this stuff, and it took us like 10 minutes to do that. So imagine if you already knew how to do it, how quickly you could get that card put together. So here we've got a ton of options. Like you could do one just like mine. I did this one through the Cuttlebug and made this like wood. And made it into like a wooden vanity or desk. There's also an option to put something straight across here if you wanted to. I didn't put glue all the way to the edge of mine. That's bugging me. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in this corner just so it stays down. Okay, so Michelle says that a number 10 envelope is 4.125 times by 9.5. Oh, so it's not going to fit. However, if you make your card only 4 inches tall instead of 4 1/4, then it would fit, right? Thanks, Joan. Hi, Tippy. I'm glad you made it too. We just got the base of the card put together, and now we're going to do some really fun decorating. I'm going to try to stick to doing it similar to this, but I don't think I'm going to do the wood part. I think I'm going to do something different. I'm not sure yet. But I was looking at possibly using this one. I'm just not sure what colors I want to use or how I want to do that. Let's check out this one. Oh, that's pretty. That would be cool. This would make a really fun, just because it's floral. If you're doing a masculine one, then you can make it into a toolbox, you know. You could get some paper or some of that, what is that stuff called? It's foamy, but it looks like tack board. And so anyway, you could get that and make it look like an actual little workbench. I was just thinking, there's a die set and a stamp sets that cut out little teeny tiny tools, and that would look super cool too. I just don't happen to have those, so I'm not making one like that today. These panels now are 2 by 4 1/4, so I'm going to cut it at 1 3/4 by 4 and make 2 panels for that. 1 3/4 by 4. Okay, so there's 2 panels, 1 3/4 by 4, so that should fit on the fronts like this. Cute, right? And then I want a panel in the back, and I know that's 4 across, and it's approximately 2 inches down because this is 2 inches here. So it's going to be 2 by 4, so 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. And these measurements are all just like, you know, take it or leave it. If you're making something different, you might not be doing any of it. Joan wants to know, how would you fold it? So you have to pop this up, and then everything just goes to the side like this, and it becomes flat. And then when you open it, you push this part down. So this part should fit right in here. There we go. I'm going to put those on, and then I'm going to kind of decide, how do I want to do the other parts? You know, and I just had a thought that maybe I'm going to do this a little bit different, since we've got a lot of time. I'm going to glue these down to the white, just so that there's a tiny little white on the outside of it. them and do all three that way. Oh, lost my glue bottle, jumped right out of my hand. Caught it. And then I think I'm just going to freehand cut these. Although you can line them up and cut them on something else. Hi, Norma. You're actually not too late. We're doing all the fun decorating now. I could smell my pizza dinner sitting next to me. Fridays is pizza night at the Evers. Maureen Stuckey says, where do I go to join? There we go. And then I really want to ink these like brown on the edges. I don't know why, I just think it would look really cool. Let me see if I can find my brown one here. No, I moved them over. I'm gonna have to go grab it. So I'm not sure what brown I want to do, so I grabbed a bunch of them. I'm thinking I want to go with this one. This one's called Frayed Burlap. Let's try it out. And I'm going to put my pin back in my glue bottle. Today is National Pizza Day. This is why I did the white, because I wanted to add some brown, but I didn't think it would stand out very well because my paper is so patterned. So I'm just going to give this a shot. Hey, Tracy. Welcome in. We've put the card together, and now what we're doing is we are making pieces to go on it for decoration to create our vanity. So these are the two side pieces. And like I said, if you wanted to do some of this kind of decorating while it was still flat, you could. I almost feel like I'd rather use my ATG tape for this. I wonder how well that would stay. Should stay pretty well. I'm going to give it a shot. Thanks, Maureen. The paper is from Crate Paper. It's called Random. Random collection. Random like me. All right. This one's going to be my back panel. I could have even made this one a little bit longer. I forgot 4 1/4. I was thinking 4 4, but it still looks really cute. I don't think anyone would even notice. Another thing she did was put like some, what looked like some books on the side. So if you wanted to do some stamping and fussing cutting, you could put some stuff there, or a vase or something. But now I have to decide, like, what do I want on here and what do I want on here? And I think I may go with something that's a little bit more like plain. Like, I don't want something eye-popping like that. That would be just kind of crazy. So I'm going to look for something that's maybe a little bit less lower key. Oh, look at the jean material. That's cool. It doesn't really go. Let's see if we've got something else here. Oh, that was the double-sided one that I did before. Let's try this one. I really should just get some, there we go, like this color. It's kind of like the color that's on there, but it's a little bit darker. I love the contrast. Let's go ahead and do that. So this should be 4 by 2 because this was a 4 by 4 piece that we bent in here. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did before. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 should work. 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I have to decide, do I want to make a pattern in this? Or would that be just too much? I'm not sure. And do I want to put it on the edge here, or do I want to do it separate? Oh, I really like the look of that. I think I'm going to put it on just like that. I wonder though, if I open this up, is it going to... Hopefully it'll flatten out decent for me. Have to make sure that I line up that middle piece. See, I'm having the same problem now with it wanting to come back up on me. There we go. So cute. Okay, so this is the point where, and this took some doing, I'll tell you what, it just kept curling up on me, but we're going to give it a shot today anyway. I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Super simple, nothing real hard. Just, I'm going to bring in my Cuttlebug here. We're going to do a little cutting with these dies. So I've got this set up for my dies. I've got this, I pulled out my new B plate because both of mine look like this. And when I ran this through to make these little mirror parts, they just got all wrinkled and crazy. Like this one, you can see it's got like a wrinkle right in the center. This one in the middle here turned out, actually, that was the nicest one. And this one got a little wrinkled. And so I'm going to try to not have that wrinkling happening. One of the ways I did that was by just doing them one at a time and making sure that the top plate was did not have cut marks in it, because then all it did was just transfer all the cut marks right into that foil. So I took a piece like this, and actually I probably put my foil on first, but that's okay. I know that I want a smaller piece, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. So go ahead and just put a big piece of foil right on a piece of white paper. You don't have to do it like this and try to be all right in the middle of everything. And then just push it down. Don't worry if you've got any like bumps and all that kind of air pockets and stuff at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Let's see, is that the big one? Yeah, this is the one. So I'm going to put my cut side down. And I've got a couple of little rubber pads here so that I get a good cut from this. And hopefully this will go through like butter. Although, I shouldn't say that. It should creak and stuff. It usually does. It looks like we got a little bit of a wrinkle, but not too much this time. Oops, the die fell on my lap. Well, that's how we get what looks like a mirror. If you don't have this, use aluminum foil. Okay, so that's a little mirror that we can put up on. I want to do like something behind it. So I'm going to do a color behind it, and I think that if I've got some of this left, yes. I'm going to do a little piece of this behind it because it matched so well. Hopefully I can get it to stay in a spot so that I can reuse that other piece. Somebody was asking me, I hope they're here tonight, about their Cuttlebug because they said it was making all kinds of noise and that it wasn't cutting. They do make noise. They do creak and sound like they're going to fall apart, but that's just the way they go. So if I pull this out, then I've got this one. This one should, there should be like a little backing to it. Like that. And so I'm going to run a few more, but I'm going to glue this one down really quick. Did anyone see any of my posts for this video anywhere other than Quality Crafts today? I'm curious to know. Did anyone see the post for this video in any other group besides Quality Crafts? So this is going to go on the back panel, like it's the back mirror. Try to center it as best I can. Oh, super cute. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and do the two little ones on the side to pick out what size those should be. This one And then I think we'll do that on the side because it's pretty wide. If we do this one, I think this one is going to be too big. Oh yeah, way too big. We'll go ahead and do this one. That'll work. So this is the one that I want to do with this paper as long as I got this ready to go. I need 2 of these though, so I'm hoping that I have a little bit, another little piece over to the side. Oh, Brenda, well, welcome. Thanks for letting me know that. Glenna, you got the announcement on your phone? Super cool. I do have more. Thanks so much, Maureen. She said this is really turning out nice, looking beautiful together with these colors. Thank you. Okay, now I have to do the mirrors. So let's see if we can get another really nice cut out of this. I'm just going to go ahead and cut a strip this time. And then let's cut it in 2 pieces because we're going to cut 2 of these. Not too bad. Here we go. Got just a little bit of crinkling on the side. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed. It's turning out pretty well. And one more. We need one more of this size, then we'll put them together. Oh, this one turned out good too. Look at that. Super nice. Okay, let's get these guys adhered. They look so much cuter than the ones that aren't outlined. Look at my original card versus how nice this one looks. With that being, oh, what a difference, right? Maureen wants to know, this tape you are using for the mirrors, is that the tape from the hardware store? Yep, it totally is. It's just foil tape. You could get it at any big box hardware store. How about putting another piece of cardstock on top of the foil before the die? That's a really good suggestion, Ellie Mae. If I hadn't gotten such decent cuts this time around, I would have totally tried that. Okay, and these ones are going to go on the side. I didn't get that one on very straight, did I? That's okay. Nobody will know but me. And you. There are links below in the description box if you are an online shopper and you'd like to get these at Amazon. I think the foil the foil on Amazon was like $3 something when I bought mine. Oh, totally cute. Now I have to decide what else I want to do. I want to do some little vases. And I didn't prepare for that. I know I've got stamps of vases, but I might just have to free form this. So I think what I'll do is I'll fold this in half. Oh, I could do gold vases, couldn't I? That would be pretty. Or I could just do teal vases with gold. Why don't you guys help me decide? Since we've got about 15 minutes left, I'd like to put some little vases here with some little flowers on the top. Remember, they can't be real dimensional because we're going to be flattening this card out, which means if we pop this up, now when we flatten it, all of our mirrors were flat, right? So these have to be flat. I mean, they can be a little bit up like any other card, but you don't want to add too much bulk. So you guys let me know what you would rather do. Would you rather do 2 teal vases with yellow flowers or yellow vases with teal flowers? Oh, cut out a brush and a comb. That'd be really cute, Glenna. Cheers. All right. I'm just giving you a little bit of time to respond. Teal vases. I got one response from Glenna. That's fine. I'm going to go with it. Teal it is. Oh, close. I think that'll do, even though they're a little crooked. Do not mind. Yellow with blue, yellow with blue, yellow with blue, yellow with blue. Oh, and Glenna beat you guys all to it. Let's hold it up and see which one we like the best. I do like the yellow because it stands out more. What do you guys think? Glenna, can we talk you into the yellow? I think it looks really cute. I do like the yellow. I think that the teal almost blends in, although I really wanted to go with the teal because it matches. It all matches. No, we're not sure. Oh no, and Kathy says not yellow. All right, I'm gonna go with my gut then, since we're a little. We're gonna go teal. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a group so torn before. Sorry guys, I'm gonna do teal. Oh, I feel bad. I apologize to those of you guys who didn't get your way. We'll do yellow flowers though, so it's all good. Bright yellow flowers so they don't blend in. Good idea. I gotta get my punch. We're gonna do little teeny yellow flowers. Teeny yellow flowers. Teeny tiny. Oh, not this one. I thought I had one. I have itty bitties. Oh, this might work. Where's my teeny tiny flowers? Maybe that's it. Hearts. Oh, no, I know. It was one of these. Where are they? I'm not giving up. I know they're here. They're just hiding on me. Oh, I wish I would have pulled these out ahead of time. I didn't even think I was going to need flowers today. Maybe I'm missing my flower maker. He cuts. They cut out like a whole bunch of little teeny flowers all at once. Dun, dun. I found my hearts. There they are. I fooled myself into thinking it was the black set when it was the white. This is the one I'm looking for. Look, teeny tiny. Thank you so much for your patience. That was odd. Try to get as many of these as I can get out of here so we can fill that up. That ought to be enough. Now we have to decide how many flowers we want to put on there. That looks pretty good. Big one and a couple of smaller ones. And then I think for sure, that's really hard to see, isn't it? Oh, so cute. We're gonna have to put some little gems on there for sure. My teeny tiny work. I actually really like teeny tiny things. You can view one of my videos that I made a while back on an easel card, and it was an itty bitty easel card that fit on the tip of your finger. It was so cute. Oh, stay down there, buddy. Stay down. We want them to be close enough so they don't look like they're floating off by themselves. Okay, we definitely need, right, a window box seat. Ooh, I like that idea. Oh, I hope to see somebody do a window. That'd be really cool. And I'm going to go ahead and do little clear gems. We got time? Yeah, we got time. Where is my gem helper? There he is. These will help pop them out too, so you can see them better. Super cute. We'll have to do a sentiment on here. And I think I should have made mine just a little bit, maybe a little bit wider, just so that it stayed a little bit more. Not too bad though. Better than my first try. I'm getting better at it. This is so cute. Okay, so typically I would do the whole brush thing and stuff, but we're running out of time. So let's go ahead and use these couple. Oh, you know what? I didn't cut out the legs for these. So this is basically a wall instead of a leg. But if you're going for a dresser type thing and you want these legs right here for the end of the dresser, go ahead and just get some kind of a punch to go in there. Yeah, so cute. They bring the flowers out. Let's go ahead and just make a sentiment for in here. Last time all I did was just punch this punch out. And since we've got white going on here, I think that's going to look really good. We'll do white. Like that. And then all I did was add a couple of, I don't know what you call this. Is this a banner piece? It might be a banner piece. A couple of these off the side. And I popped it up. So this is what I did. I set these on the side here. I feel like I'm way away from you guys. And then I popped them up a little bit. So if you put a little piece on here, and you'll probably want to color these too. I think we'll go pink. Pinkish red for the flowers. Kind of a pinkish red. We get away with a rose color? I don't know. Oh, that's really kind of purple. Ooh, I'm not liking these colors at all. They're not matching. Can we get color that's near that, maybe? Oh, there's a lot of that color in there. No. Okay, well, we'll just wing it. I can always add color to it later. No big deal. So I'm going to just peel these off of here. And I'm going to line these up so that the points go the same direction. So what I'm doing is this point right here lines up with this point right here. That's all I'm doing. I'm not letting the foam show. So then it ends up making that embellishment. Cool, right? And then you can go around the edges with color and stuff and stamp your own sentiment. And then in the back here, just so that it doesn't get flattened out, you put another piece of foam. I'm not going to stick this totally down because I have a feeling that I'm going to want to add some stuff to this, and I'm definitely going to want to stamp something on there. Now, if you were to accidentally make this, or you stamped it and you didn't like it, then just go ahead and take your punch. Don't throw it out. Take your punch, punch another one, stamp this one, and then glue it right on top. No one will ever know that you made a mistake underneath. So if that happens to you, you don't like your stamp, either flip it over if you haven't done it, you know, used it already. But if you have it all glued together and you're like, oh darn, stamp another one and glue it right over the top. And it'll totally hide that. And then that'll sit right there. Totally cute. And you could do something with the front here. Like I could cut out, let's say this was the nightstand and I wanted to cut something out here. Then I could go this direction and I could cut legs here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut this and see how it looks. cute. Looks like a little nightstand. So fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. Liney and the cats are not allowed to be downstairs because I need a place where it's cat hair free. This is the best spot. All right. So let's go ahead and just compare these and look at what we've done today. Super cute, really easy card, so encourage your friends to do it because it's so simple. Like once we get all that stuff together, it was just pure play time, just putting everything together, right? Free Play Friday. I hope to see a lot of different creations popping up at Quality Crafts. I'm going to head over there now, and I'm going to set up an album that you can post your makes in that you come up when you use this as inspiration. And feel free to go in the description box below. Use the Amazon links to find supplies that are recommended for this really cool project. And also check out the video where I got my inspiration from because she shows a really cool workbench if you need an idea for that. And so that'll go on later because I want to give that to somebody. And then of course we want to make sure that you know that it does fold flat. So push your little center piece up and then slide it to one side and fold it. And then you'll just have to make a special envelope to go with it. So it's 8 inches across by 4 1/4. 8 by 4 1/4, and then you just pop it back down. And that's it. And we've got 2 really cute ideas here. So Sherry, I know we have leg. I just showed how they fold to mail. I hope that was helpful. If not, you can go back through the video and check it out again. I show you how to create the base of this in really simple terms. It's all in 2s, 4s, 8s, you know, very easy measurements. And then the whole thing folds down, and all it is just embellishing it to make it look really cool. And all your friends are going to be super impressed, going to be like, wow, how'd she do that? And so definitely one worth making, and I can't wait to see you guys next video.